Well, we'll go ahead and get this started. I'm ready! Okay. What's up, fam? My name is Amy, and I'm one of the producers for the web series Arise, the Story of Us. And today, I'm going to be answering some questions so y'all can get to know me. Look forward to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool do you think you are and why? Okay, I'm going to do two numbers. So let's say if you never knew me in person, I think I would be like a 6.25. But definitely when you get to know me, I'm like a 4 because I'm kind of lame. And that's okay. I embrace the weirdness of my life. So definitely my coolness meter goes down the more you get to know me. Oh wait, that's kind of depressing. Because after you watch this video, I'm gonna be not as cool. Oh well, it's fine. You'd find out anyway, so. Do you have any funny family stories? Yes, I do. Okay, so I actually have this really funny story. And it's actually about my grandpa, or my Ji-chan, because what happened was, so growing up, my dad would always reference my grandpa as Ji-chan. And so, okay, I kid you not, probably until the time I was 12 years old, I literally thought Ji-chan was my grandpa's first name. And I was so confused because my dad was like, oh, George Kubo, because that's his first name, George. And I was like, who? I was like, you mean Ji-chan Kubo? And that's when I found out that Ji-chan meant grandpa, and it was a lie my entire life. But now I know. So now you all know, so you won't make my mistake. But that's a pretty funny story of how I didn't even know my grandpa's first name was George until I was 12. What is one thing in your house that's commonly found in Asian households? All right, so definitely one thing is the rice dispenser. And so if you know what I'm talking about, it's this box thing that you put your bag of rice. And so what it does is that when you press down the little lever, it automatically spits out a cup of rice. So I feel a lot of Asian households have that. If I didn't have it, I think I would literally die because I wouldn't know how much rice to put in the pot. Why did you decide to be involved in Culture Night this year? So to share some backstory, this is actually my second year being the Culture Night coordinator for CSUF. But because of COVID, our show got canceled, unfortunately. And so after not being able to put on the show, it was pretty bumming, or a bummer. And what happened was, getting ready for this year, I was asked if I was interested in being director again. And I decided to say yes. And literally people thought I was crazy because not only did I decide to be the coordinator again, I actually decided to rewrite the whole script. So I totally put aside last year's concept, and I came up with a whole new concept and theme for this year. And I rooked in my code Nina Sereno, and we brought in Maya from Long Beach, and we got involved with Culture Night. And so as for the reason why I kind of wanted to do it again was because I felt like it was a way for us to share our story. And that's kind of why we called this year's show Arise, the Story of Us, and we have this web series, or this specific series, because the thing about it is there's not a lot of Asian American representation, and let alone sharing our personal stories about what it's like being Yonsei, Gosei, and us growing up. And so that's why I wanted to be involved in Culture Night this year, is to really be able to share this and to have kind of some mark of the time that I've had in NSU and in college. Because honestly, after you graduate, when are you going to be crazy enough to write a show or write a whole play or to write a web series? What is something you're obsessed with right now? 2-set violin, everyone. Okay, I'm literally even wearing their merch, 2-set apparel. Check out their website. But okay, I'm literally obsessed because 2-set violin is this YouTuber duo from Australia, and their whole channel is based off of classical music. And why I like it and why I'm so obsessed with it is because I'm actually classically trained, for those of you who don't know, because when I was in 4th grade, I started playing the violin, and then in 8th grade, I switched to play viola, and I've been playing ever since. And I also even played my freshman year at CSUF in the University Symphony Orchestra. So, I mean, I'm pretty okay, but definitely obsessed with them. What is one of your favorite Japanese or Tagalog words or phrases? I would say one of my favorite phrases, which I actually kind of found out about last December, was okage-sama de, which is because of you I am. And the reason why I learned this phrase was because I was actually so thankful that I was able to go on the Kakehashi project last December, or 2 Decembers ago in 2019. How this phrase came about was because we actually did a little promotional video, which my friend Ryan was in charge of making, and one of our friends, Ricky, who is on the project, she talked about this phrase that she had. And so I think it's a really beautiful phrase because it's showing, you know, that it's not just us, that we are impacted by other people and we do have an impact on others. So definitely I think okage-sama de is one of my favorite phrases. I also love jagaimo. It's potato. I don't know why, I just think it's cool. Jagaimo. Do you have any hidden talents? I have a couple. Get ready for the Amy Kubo talent show. Okay, not really, but okay, I don't know if this is like a talent, but I can do this thing, like, you can try this at home, where like you alternate really fast, and I can do it like kind of fast. My hands are so cold. Can people do this? Is this normal? I don't know. But anyways, the reason why I thought of doing this was because, again, as I mentioned, I played a string instrument. So there's that. Another thing too is I can touch my nose with my tongue. Eat some chapstick. Another thing too, another thing too is, okay, so for those of you who know like Beaker, which is a character from the Muppets, I can look like Beaker because as you've probably seen from this video, like my face is really flexible. So I'll show you my Beaker face. There you go. I don't know why that's a thing, but it's apparently a thing. What are some ways that you like to stay connected to your Asian roots? So one way I like to stay connected to my Asian roots is definitely being involved in NSU. Another way that I like to stay involved is in another organization called Nikkei Rising, which is the young adult committee of JAMP, or the Japanese American Memorial Pilgrimages, which I'm actually involved in with Sarah. We are the Kubo duo. How that really helps me stay connected with my roots is, one, it helps me stay involved in the community, and two, it really helps me learn about other people who are JA or Asian American, and just to have this like large community. So definitely I would say NSU and Nikkei Rising are the ways that I personally stay involved in the community. Thank you again for watching today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed learning more about me. And so make sure you stay up to date with all of our content. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button too while you're at it. And also make sure you follow our Arise Instagram to, again, just stay up to date with all of our content. Johnny!